Rap and Reason podcast with Dr. Jeremy C. McCool and Earl Hopkins. All right, we are back at it for another episode of Rap and Reason podcast. This is episode 61, and I'm one of your hosts, Dr. Jeremy C. McCool.
And I'm Earl Hopkins. What's going on, bro?
What's good, bro? How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. Last night, Chance concert, he performed at the Fillmore here in Philly, bro. So
You covered it?
I covered it, and the
Nice.
review is coming out later today.
Dope.
Man, it was a dope concert, whole dope experience, bro. That was my first time seeing Chance. I know a lot of people that I was next to had seen him 2-3 other times, but like for my first time in that arena, I wish more people were, huh?
What was it? Where was it?
At the Fillmore here in Philly. And so I wish it was a bigger audience. I wish there was more people there to see what magic I got to see, especially after an album like Starline, where I feel like he really dropped one of the best projects of the year, but also kind of regained his footing. It's been 6 years, so I understand there's a little bit of a rebuild process, but with an independent artist doing the things that he's doing, bro, I want more eyes on it. But like for those that are, already bought tickets to the concert, man, props to them for supporting an artist like Chance.
What would you say it was like capacity wise? Like, would you say?
So I know the main hall holds about 2,500, 3,000. I don't think it was anywhere near that. It was probably maybe closer to 1,500. But
But as an independent artist,
that's pretty good. As an indie artist.
I wonder if Philly probably ain't one of his biggest bases.
I would actually think it would be.
Really?
But because I can't even say that though. I don't know. What would be a big market? Because I know he's already been to Houston, New Orleans, Atlanta.
I would say Atlanta. I would say Chicago, of course, clearly.
Of course.
And maybe.
Yeah, maybe Baltimore, maybe. I don't know, yo. I don't really know.
Cali, I would imagine so, definitely.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of like a proper Chance fan. Like, what does a Chance fan kind of look like?
It's hard to pinpoint it, bro. It's really hard because I feel like it's a wide range of people.
Yeah, I feel like it's a wide range.
But I would definitely say under 35.
Yeah, I saw some people I saw a handful of people that were like older than that or that age, but mostly I was surprised. It felt like there was a lot of college students. It's crazy because at 28, I was in college listening to Chance. So I can't imagine like that college people, but that's a testament to his music because he does have like somewhat of a timeless sound. I know it's only been 9 years since Coloring Book, for example, but I feel like he has like a timeless sound that a lot of people will really stick to like in years to come. So that shouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, and and having college students, I have a lot of college students who are Chance the Rapper fans. So it's like a lot of my students will mention his music, and I'm like, oh wow, you appreciate acid rap too, and you're 20. So like,
crazy.
I've listened to it during that time frame. It's kind of crazy to see that they also are gravitating to that same music.
And that came out in 2013. So yeah, that's a testament to Chance's greatness, bro. Like, yeah. And I wish more people were there, but Chance is one of those beloved artists that if you always have a moment going back to his music. You can listen to Acid Rap and be like, I know where I was there when I heard that mixtape or this particular song, or I know who I was grinding on when I was listening to Juke Juke. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever the case, you got a moment, a story, a memory.
Yeah, man. Chance has made some classic music, man. What did he perform old stuff too, or just Starline?
Yeah, so he performed Paranoia off of Acid Rap. He performed a lot of like Blessings, All Night off of Coloring Book.
Okay, so he did a
but
mix.
yeah, it was mixed. But most, like I would say the majority or around half actually was like Starline, obviously. But yeah, he played, what's crazy? I forgot to mention this. He avoided playing everything off of the Big Day. Everything.
Yeah, he
didn't play a single song off of the Big Day.
Which is disappointing because there's some heat on there.
There is some heat on there, and I wonder
why. It's not his biggest songs, but there's some songs on there that I like.
I would expect him to do Hot Shower, maybe Handsome, or like, you know what I mean? Like some of those records. But yeah, I don't know why. I think he also, when you look at, there's a site, for those that don't know, it's a site where you can, if you want to like buy tickets to see an artist, I mentioned it on the podcast before, but it's called setlist.fm. Look it up on your browser or whatever. But it gives you a preview of what songs you can expect for each upcoming tour or performance. And his was completely different from his previous.
This is not an ad, but it can be.
So F with us. But anyway, yeah, man. And it was completely different from like his previous show in New Orleans. So I'm wondering if he's tailoring it to each market. You know what I
That's
mean?
usually what artists do. A lot of artists
Yeah.
will cater theirs towards their market, like and, because the Atlanta crowd isn't gonna like necessarily the same stuff that the Philly crowd is gonna like. So
Hmm.
that would make sense to me. But yeah, even like my favorite song off the Big Day is "Sun Come Down." Like I would even would think
Yeah.
him perform something like that would be dope. But yeah, man. Well, shout out Chance, man. I'm mad I missed it. I'm definitely gonna have to catch him in one of these other cities, maybe New York or DC.
Yeah, man. He'll be in Boston, New York. Yep. So I mean, it's a 15 city tour, but I imagine the second leg will be bigger. Like that's my hope is that we come out, support an artist like Chance. He even gave us a history lesson. He broke out and gave us a history lesson on the concept of intersectionality and just things of that
Mm,
nature. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just what artist of that magnitude is really still doing that? Like there's very few of them in hip hop, especially in that era. Because for me, like many of us, like Chance was I felt ahead of his class in a certain like when it came to a certain era of artists or rappers. Like he was the top of the class for me. I thought he was gonna be the new face of hip hop.
mm.
It's not to say he ain't got a chance. I mean, he's still relatively young in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know it's a young man's sport, but at 32, he can still make waves. He is making waves and will.
And I think his
So
album is
yeah,
getting more and more attention as it progresses. So I think
I think
I think
so.
it's a slow build because even I saw that the remix to Ride it charted. You know what I mean? So like
Oh,
remix
fire,
with Twista
fire.
charted. So like I think it's a slow burn. So I think even when he puts out that music video, I think it's gonna do numbers. So I think that it's yeah, man. Chances is he's a one-on-one type of artist, man.
It really is, man. Let's support and cherish him, bro. Especially with
And I
him
know his
being an
performance was
independent
A1 because every
artist.
time I've seen him, his energy is always on 10.
It was on 10, bro. It was on 10, man. It was good. You can tell there was rust though. You could tell there was rust, but by the third of the way there, like he was in full gear. You know what I'm saying? In full swing. Yeah.
Good, man. Shout out Chance, man. Yeah, man. It's been a good week. We got a lot of things to get into, man.
Hmm.
Some big topics to cover. One, Jeezy's new album, Still Snowin', released. So
With
we
DJ
definitely
Drama. Yes, sir.
DJ Drama. You know what I mean? We definitely got to get into that. Joey Badass released a music video for his joint Supaflee. We definitely are going to talk about that. Young Thug dropped. Uis, say the word, say the album
You
title.
Scooty.
You Scooty, because I was gonna
I
butcher.
hope that's how you say it, y'all.
I think it's you Scooty. That
Yeah.
makes sense. And then we got to talk a little bit. We usually don't do gossip on this show.
Mm.
We're gonna tie this one into hip hop, which is the Cardi and Nicki Minaj Twitter drama that has been transpiring after the release of Cardi B's album. So since we released Cardi B's album last week, it's only right to talk about the aftermath of that,
Yeah.
and what that could mean for future hip hop battles. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
buckle up your seatbelts, man. We got a lot to get through, um, and let's start here. Let's start off with Jeezy.
Yeah.
So, as you know, and as some of our listeners know, man, I am a huge Jeezy supporter, and I've watched Jeezy's growth. And also just man, I've always liked Jeezy's music. I'm gonna be honest. As much as I'm an advocate for conscious rap and for rap with substance, I have always made an exception for Jeezy and Rick Ross. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest.
Mm.
Just because I like their sound so much and it's so unique that I've always gravitated to it. And they make hustle go getter music that I always have liked. So um definitely somebody who I listen to a lot. He recently released a joint called Still Snowing with DJ Drama. He debuted it on Instagram Live actually.
Mm.
With what's my man's name? The DJ who did all the pandemic set.
Uh, dang. You're
It's
not talking
late.
about drama. Who?
No, 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 no. The DJ who does all the old school stuff. Oh, all right. It's gonna come to me.
Yeah. I'm not even
Um,
hip.
it's gonna come to me. But that is, big, big, big moment. And yeah, man. On first listen, what did you think about Jeezy's new project?
I thought it was good. I thought it was good, man. It reminds me of, those old mixtape days, like in the early 2010s, late 2000s. Kind of got like a mixtape vibe. Obviously, DJ Drama's attached to it. It's a Gangsta Grills, like, you know what I mean? Installment, if you will. So I really rock with it. I love the soulful samples that Jeezy rapped over. I love because Jeezy got one of those iconic rap voices. So really he can rap on whatever he wanted. But I think these fit. These honestly fit like kind of his tone and just his flow and everything else. So like, you know what I mean? I really ride with it, bro. It dropped on his 48th birthday. So this was kind of like
Yes, on his
if this is
48th
kind of
birthday,
just
and it's DJ D Nice. It just came
D
to me.
nice. Okay,
D
yeah.
Nice. He ended up dropping it on his birthday. He went live with DJ
Mm.
D Nice and did a set for the album.
And so for this to be kind of just like oh yeah, it's my birthday. I'm about to just crank out some hot fire like real quick. That's a testament to just how dope Jeezy is. And by the way, he's busy, bro. I don't even know how he has time to do like a mixtape album. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's about to do the residency in Vegas. He did the orchestral like type of like
Yeah,
concerts, pop-ups around the country. So yeah, it's dope, man. So I was rocking with this, bro. I don't like every song on it.
yeah.
Some of the stuff like is a little off for me, but like for the most part, like everything is solid. Yeah.
And mine, man, I've seen a lot of negative reviews for this project. It is drastically different than what I'm used to hearing from Jeezy, just because it's almost he basically just rapping over old school songs, a lot of funk and R&B records from back in the day, from the 60s, 70s, but rapping over them, which is completely different for Jeezy. Like that's,
Mm-hmm.
I would say his content is kind of consistent with his past content of him rapping about, used to be in the streets and all the business moves he making now, and it's the content is similar, but sonically it's
Yeah.
drastically different than what you're used to hearing from Jeezy. So as listeners, brace yourself from on that front because it is musically is drastically different. I think some of the songs work, some of them don't.
Mm-hmm.
From a production standpoint, my biggest critique of it is I needed some more drums.
Yeah.
Listening to it, I kept waiting on beats to drop, and they never did.
Mm-hmm.
He kept the old school beats exactly the same, and I think on the production side, I would have liked to see more effort there. I would have liked to
Yeah.
see instead of just doing covers. I would have because that's really what a lot of them ended up being. It's just covers. It's just him rapping
Mm-hmm.
over R&B or funk beats, which to
Yeah.
me it's like flip it a little bit, add a little bit of something else on the production side. So I think that's my biggest critique of it. There are some joints on here that I really rock with though. So
Mm-hmm.
even with that critique, there's some joints on here where to me it works perfectly. When I listen to, and I want to pull it up just so I can really reference the ones that I really, really like. And
Mm-hmm.
on this track, I would say that some of the ones to look out for is I think the intro is solid.
Really solid.
I think
Yeah.
the intro is solid. I like You Don't Know Me, If You Don't Know Me,
Mm-hmm.
which is where he raps over. That's the outro where he raps over. If you don't know me by now, you will never know. That joint,
Mm-hmm.
the classic. Back for More, I think it works well. Anything, don't play about me. So I think there's some of the joints where I think it works really well. There's other joints where I don't think it works. Where I
Mm-hmm.
think the pace is too fast, and I think something needed to be done with the production to make it fit Jeezy's voice and delivery.
Mm.
I think on the production side it was a little lazy, but I think on Jeezy's side, I think it's cool. I think it's cool ride around music. It's smooth. If you like a lot of those old school classics, I think
Yeah.
you're gonna appreciate it and hearing somebody rap over those beats. But yeah, that's my overall view, man. So not one of my favorite Jeezy projects, but
Mm.
I do like the creativity of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what he does next. I think it's different. I think he took a risk on this one, um, and I'm all for it.
Yeah. And like I'm trying to I wish I interviewed him or something about it
Mm,
just to get his insight into like what the vision was. Because
yeah.
my thought is, yo, let me just do something. Like, let me throw out some records I just rock with that would add to this birthday party shindig I
Yeah,
got going on. You know what I'm
low
saying?
key, and
Yeah,
especially he's been doing his suited and booted
you feel me?
concert lately with an
Yeah,
orchestra. So I think that also is
mm,
why he decided to. He's been on the grown and sexy wave. You know what I mean? I
for
can tell that
sure.
that's the vibe he's trying to cater his shows to now, especially
Mm.
with the residency. So I think that he's trying to lean into that. So on a marketing standpoint, it makes sense.
Yeah, and that's fly, bro. What I like the larger conversation, bro, is like this drawback to nostalgia I'm seeing from a bunch of artists. Can we say, could we say that it started with LiAngelo Ball, bro. He
I,
went in,
I've heard you try to give him that credit, and I'm just not willing to do that. I'm going
bruh. I think, bro, we got to start looking at that. I want to give this man no credit for changing anything in
because
hip
where
hop.
has he been since that song?
That is a great
And
question. I
nobody
have
has
no
played
clue.
that song past that week when it came out.
Nah, we haven't. I try to refer to it, brother. I don't even remember the title of the song, and I'm not joking. Like I really don't. I
Was
really
it
don't.
Tweaking? I think it was Tweaking.
Tweaking. Yeah. And he dropped another one too that was kind of hot, but like, yeah, bro. I see people like with the Metro mixtape, you know what I'm saying? Like that
Now
was
the Metro mixtape, I'll give you.
yeah. Cause
Okay,
that's like a specific
that's a
time in
specific
mixtape
era. It's
history.
a specific 2000s. But I think
Yeah.
I ain't giving him this one because these beats is from the 60s.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, these
true.
songs that
Yeah.
Jeezy's rapping over songs from
Yeah,
the
60s,
60s and
70s.
70s. Yeah, he going way back.
Way back. But the release of it reminds me of like a Gangsta Grills mixtape,
Yeah,
like
because
that
you got
I would
drama.
download. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah, whenever, especially when you got drama yelling over it, man. That's just drama
yeah,
and Jeezy are just synonymous with one another.
for sure, as they should be, man. And like they're so synonymous with each other. I always thought Drama was from Atlanta, bro. I thought
Mm.
Don Cannon was from Atlanta, like this entire time up
Hold on.
until
So
like
DJ,
2 years
hold
ago,
on. You telling me DJ Drama's not from Atlanta?
bro. He is from Germantown, Philadelphia, bro.
He from here.
Yes, him and Don Cannon, bro.
I knew Don Cannon. I did not know DJ Drama.
Yes, bro. But they went to did they go to
Wow.
Morehouse? Where or Clark Atlanta. Went to Clark
Okay.
Atlanta. So yeah, and they basically Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But nah, Drama's from Germantown, bro. So that's crazy.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, I learned something new today. That's
Yeah.
random. I just assume because of his connection with Atlanta artists. I just yeah.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
but this is I mean, I like it, man. This
I
is the
like it.
ride, you know what I mean, in the car, not think too deeply type of music for me. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I gotta give credit for it, man. Gotta
Hmm.
give credit for it. So shout out Jeezy and his evolution, man. Yeah, look forward to more projects for sure.
Hmm. Absolutely.
All right, man. What else we got on the docket?
Man, so we covered Jeezy. What about the do we want to get into a hot topic or we want to jump into the Young Thug review?
You know what? Let's go. Let's go
Oh,
Cardi and Nicki.
okay.
Let's mix it up, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Typically we do not cover gossip on this channel. We try not to. This is a hip hop show where we speak specifically hip hop, but these are two hip hop artists.
Yep.
So directly right after Cardi B's album release, it was hinted that she threw subliminal shots at Nicki Minaj on the project, but nothing direct. She didn't say her name, any of
Hmm.
that. But of course, the internet speculated that there were certain lyrics in the songs that were aimed at Nicki Minaj.
Hmm.
Afterward, of course, Nicki Minaj went to Twitter, as Nicki Minaj does, and said a whole bunch of things about Cardi. Cardi responded with a whole bunch of things about Nicki, and they have gone below low. You know what I mean? Everything from accusations about people's family members, talking about people's kids. Yeah, bottom of the bottom barrel stuff, man. And of course, this channel has absolutely nothing to do about that. What do you think about artists arguing on Twitter instead of putting it on wax in the booth and rapping?
I think it's a waste of time.
I agree. It's a waste of
Yeah.
time and talent. Like,
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a waste of time and talent. Because even if like let's say you got a beef and it's all I'm not gonna say it seemed like what they got is real disdain for one another. Why not put
absolutely.
it on wax, bro? Like why not make money from it? Like I don't like I don't know. That's just my thing. Like
And
if
I,
you
and
going,
I,
you know what I mean?
and I would say it's annoying because it's like on Cardi's side, like I've made the point before, Cardi is just as much influencer as she is hip hop artist
Yeah,
before. So on her side, I kind of understand a little bit more, but Nicki, it's like you're actually respected as a rapper, you know,
exactly.
and as a, and as for your lyrical capability. So like go rap. But I think they do it to galvanize their fan bases.
Yeah, in a weird way. Like they rather pit their fan base against each other in order to garner more fandom and attention, which I think is weird because the reason y'all have fans, not in Cardi's case, but more so in Nicki's case, is because of her music. because
Right.
of her rapping ability. You know what I mean? Like she didn't come up as an influencer. She was just a pretty girl that could rap amongst anybody in the room. You know what I mean? Or in the studio. So like, yeah, I don't from her direction, bro, especially because we've seen her take jabs at artists, you know, on Twitter, X, whatever, or other forms of social media before. It doesn't really like, in my view, prove anything in her case. Like it doesn't her just like getting upset over a rising artist or an established artist that happens to be a woman in hip hop just makes her look worse. I'd rather if she's gonna have beef, real beef, especially the name calling and all that, put it on wax, bro. Make it artistic. Put a bow on it or something. I don't know.
I'm with you. Rap it, man.
Mhm.
Go in the booth and make some music, man. And that leads me to my next point. Well, you got winning that. If it does come to songs, which I think it will,
Mhm.
um, who wins?
You know what's crazy?
What are your
This
predictions on this?
my predictions is I think because we've seen Nicki Minaj lose rap battles before. Now, mind you, she's
Correct.
going up against Remy Ma, who can rap. You know what I'm saying? Like DJ Slane pick her
Who is a
for no
problem?
reason.
Yeah.
She's a problem. So, and she's equally as petty for real. So, uh,
And violent.
and
Let me stop.
yeah, yeah. So I think Nicki Minaj could wrap circles around Cardi, but I think what Cardi has in her to her advantage is she has the people right now. Like Nicki
That's what I
Minaj's
agree.
fan base is huge, but I think people would want Cardi to take the lead. I think they would want her to win, just given the state of hip hop right now. And also, she just dropped the album. She's about to have a baby. Like you beefing with a woman that's pregnant too. So I think, like, with all that being said, I think she would actually be the people's champ in that situation.
I could not agree more. I would say that Cardi B would be the people's champ. On a lyrical side, do I think Cardi B raps better than Nicki Minaj? Absolutely not.
Not in any universe
Today,
ever.
not tomorrow, not a year ago, not 3 years ago. I don't think
I don't
there's
care
any
what
way.
writers you have in the room.
I don't care what writers. I don't think she's better lyrically, flow, delivery, nothing.
Nah,
None of the above. But I do
respectfully.
think she has become more likable. And I think that that does play a role in it. I think viewed as the underdog, so it would
Mm,
already give her that edge. And she's the youth. She's viewed as the youth. You know what I mean? Even though
yeah,
Cardi B probably my age, but compared to Nicki Minaj,
yeah.
she's drastically younger. Her audience is drastically younger. So I
Mm,
think that that plays a role. You know what I mean? I think people would want to see Cardi B win. So
I think so.
and I think that but I think just lyric for lyric, I think Nicki could do her dirty.
I think so. Yeah, she got a. I mean, I'm not gonna lie because public figures have a lot of things you can pull from. You know what I'm saying?
You could say a lot of things. I ain't gonna lie, Cardi got a lot. They both got a lot of
They
ammunition.
both have a lot of things you can say. Like I'm not
These are
gonna
the two
lie,
easiest targets. I'm gonna be honest, because I just thought about 20 things. You know what I mean? Like they
and
are.
I don't want to repeat them. No, I
Oh,
don't even want to say
I
them.
can't repeat any of them.
Yeah, nah. But there's a
Yeah,
lot. There's a lot. So
there's
this
a
could get bloody, man. This could get real nasty. You know what I'm saying?
this could get way more disrespectful than we saw with Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Absolutely. Cause like, yeah, I think they've already crossed lines via Twitter. I can only imagine what they'll
And I
do
think that that's a
with a
waste.
beat.
As a hip hop fan, I think that's a waste because like y'all are wasting these bars on
Yeah.
Twitter. Like I
Yeah.
would much rather have y'all had y'all, expose each other on the song if you're gonna do it. But you already y'all doing it all on Twitter. So now when we hear it in the song, it's like we just saw you say this on Twitter. You know what I
You know what I
mean?
mean?
A waste.
And yeah, yeah. And when that whole thing, like the Twitter fingers thing, we got to remember it. That was a Drake Meek thing. Nicki
Mhm.
was dating Meek at that time. So you should know how unvaluable like it is to just be Twitter fingered up. You know what I'm saying? Rather than making music, especially if you taking claim or were taking claim to be the queen in the rap game. Like, where's the music then? You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Like, it doesn't really add up. It doesn't really make any sense. I'm on neither side. I don't really care. But like, as far as hip hop, especially in the place that Nicki Minaj is, she's basically an elder statesman, a legacy act at this point because she's so highly valued and touted within rap. I hate that she's doing this, but like since she's doing it, put it in music. That's our views pretty much with every artist that gets into like social media beat. Put it in the music.
put it in the music, bro. I don't want to see y'all argue on Twitter. I want to hear some diss record.
Yeah.
I am. Look, we are not the conscious book to
Yeah.
the side. We are not. We are not too good to say we want to hear some diss records. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So
It's
I
entertainment. Yeah.
entertainment, man, it's hip hop. This is a part of the culture that we, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Unless y'all gonna meet up and just fight. Uh, and I would prefer y'all to do this record.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I feel the same way.
Yeah. So man, looking forward to it, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know what to say or think, but yeah, not this though. I know that.
Not y'all talking about each other families on Twitter. It's nasty work. Especially children.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, it's nasty work, man.
And unborn children at that
Yeah, I ain't
too.
gonna lie. Nikki talked about her unborn child.
Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? But whatever, man.
Yeah, dirty man.
Hmm.
Prayers to all parties involved.
It's all single parties, bro.
All right, cool. All right, we got through that. All right, the gossip section is over. Now, Joey Badass got dropped a new video.
Supaflee, man. How did you feel about this video, dog?
Man, I thought it was hard. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It reminded me of like an old, like Fabulous video or something. Like I say, like
Yeah.
Fab, like old, even old Neptunes. It was
Mm,
it was that type of vibe. And with that song definitely having that Neptunes feel to it.
mm.
I think that it was perfect, man. I like seeing dancers. I miss like street dancers in
I
videos.
know, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that stopped for a while, but like I think that Kendrick brought it back a little bit, in the Not Like Us video too.
Mm.
But I thought that it was dope to see like dancers in videos.
Yeah, bro. Like bro, more people act like that's not an element of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So I love seeing that, especially because you giving like, the folks that choreograph it. Those are the unsung heroes that make y'all stiff, left-footed rappers look so much better in y'all
Absolutely.
videos. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
It
like
make y'all look a lot cooler.
so put a spotlight on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout
Yeah.
out to the rappers that actually danced. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, like
Hey, shout out
rappers
MC
used to
Hammer.
dance.
Shout out MC
Yeah,
Hammer. Shout out Heavy D. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm trying to think of some more rappers that can dance. Offset. The Offset dance?
Offset.
No,
Can he
yeah,
dance?
Offset dance, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that. But
I think Offset can dance because on one of his music videos, he definitely did the Michael Jackson joint. I was like, yo, hold up.
oh, okay, I see. I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Who else? I think that's all. Dang,
shoot,
that's a
I'm
short
giving
list. We missing
kudos.
somebody.
Yeah, I'm giving kudos to Soldier Boy. It was different. It's like, you know what I mean?
Soldier.
But at least he danced. Like he wasn't like at that point, he wasn't too cool to dance. Like I love when rappers were actually entertainers in that way, in
Yeah,
that form. You know what I mean?
it was a fun. It's a fun era of
For
music.
sure.
Shout
Big
out
Willie
Kid and
style.
Play.
Kid and Play for sure. Big Willie style, Will Smith era. Like, yeah. Yeah, all that, man. That's dope.
Yeah, man. So that's a big part of hip hop. And I thought Joey Badass did a good job of highlighting that in there. So I thought it was a good retro feeling video. I like the song.
Yeah,
So
the song's dope, man. I honestly thought this song would be bigger at this point. But like maybe it's bigger in New York. Maybe it's like, circulating the, clubs there. But the video definitely elevated to it. I think it made the song that much more enjoyable for me, just seeing it all in full scope. Joey Badass is actually the creative director for this. I want to
nice.
say I gotta look in to see who was the director, but this was a dope video, man.
And that's
Yeah.
another dope trend that I like seeing, man. I'm seeing more artists start directing their own music videos because I just saw that Chance is actually directing the video for Ride as well. And
Mm,
then I know Kendrick helped direct some of his videos too. I think it's
yeah.
dope to see that these artists are getting more hands on with the visuals for their songs too. So they're really
Yeah.
controlling the full art in the way that it's perceived.
For sure. Shoot, the baby directs. Like I
The
think
baby
he's
directs. I
talked
think he
about.
directs all his. I think.
Yeah, and I don't like all of them, but like the ones that I like a lot. So like I just love that the fact that he's taking that risk because yeah, they can be musical artists, but they're visionaries too. That's how you get the as good of music as you get from these artists. It's because they like their creativity spans different arenas. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I love it. And Key Glock, he told me like he was like, "Yo, I want to start directing and acting." I'm like, "Okay, that's what's up."
Okay.
So all forms of artists, all lanes is doing it, man. So that's dope.
Yo, man. Shout out Key Glock, man. I didn't know that. That's dope.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. One of my favorite gym artists.
For sure. He's a gym essential. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Key Glock is probably one of the artists who's featured the most on my gym playlist. To be honest,
Yeah.
like I don't know
Yeah.
what it is, man. Something about violence in the gym just go hand in hand.
And those beats, those 808s, those the drums, everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Key Glock is just a perfect fit for it, man.
Mm,
Dope, 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 man. So yeah, shout out Joey Badass, man. I think that this was the perfect video to bring more attention to your album.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah, nice, nice. All right, next video we got to get through, man. Young Thug,
Yeah, yeah. Young
Young
Thug,
Thug,
you Scuti.
you Scuti. Recently, Young Thug has been in the news a lot.
He has been.
In the
He
news
has
a
been.
lot. Some revolved around the album and the cover art, some not. A lot of it has been revolved around his other drama, jail calls, releasing a whole bunch of stuff that has nothing to do with music.
Yeah.
But then Young Thug decided to put out the cover art for this album. So before we
Mm.
get to the album, let's talk about the cover art.
What were your thoughts? Because I didn't even, bro. I feel like I saw it late, bro. What did you think when you saw it?
When I first saw it, I was just like, I, what are we doing? So for those who do not know, Young Thug's cover art is him. It looks like somebody photoshopped him to be light, to
Yeah.
basically be white,
Yeah.
for his cover art. So he's white. They also gave him blue eyes to accompany the light skin, for this album cover. Young Thug has had a lot of shock value album covers.
Yep.
One where he is naked with a guitar, one where he has a full length gown on.
Yep.
Yes. So this is no, he always does, I would say, shock value covers. I think he's kind of known for it at this point.
Mm.
Um, my thoughts were just like, all right, clout chasing. You know what I mean? All right, this is what we doing. All right, shock value stuff. I didn't necessarily get offended. I know I saw some people actually get offended by it, which to me is,
Come on now, bro.
I
Stop
guess,
it.
you know what I
Stop
mean? So
it.
on the album, just from the album cover art, I just was like, okay, he trolling. But what did you think?
Troll. Like he's a troll. I think I actually think it's a desperation move, actually. I think
Because
it's
nobody
actually a
was talking about
desperation
the
move
album.
because nobody, I feel like, yeah, nobody was really talking about or as excited as maybe what he would have liked. And I think he's reverting back to that, like, you know what I mean? That viral catching type of thing. Because like for that reason, like we were talking, especially after the phone call releases and all that, you know what I mean? Because that kind of came out around the same time he did that big interview that people were clicking up and but it was like a whole week and a half of content people were eating off of you know what I'm saying, based on
Nice.
that video alone. So I think with this album he was just like, yo, I just want to change the narrative, place me at the center and this project at the center. Unfortunately the cover's stupid, like let's just say it, like the cover's
Oh, it's
stupid,
stupid.
bro.
And
But
it's especially stupid when I heard him try to explain the cover. I was like, "Well, yeah, you." They say you got to go white to make it to the top. I was like, "That's what
come
you
on, bro.
got."
Like come on, bro.
I thought he was
I
going to at
saw
least
that.
have some type of. I don't know why I thought that, but I don't know why I thought there was going to be at least some type of deeper implication for why you did it. But
Yo, like I thought we were past the like the dresses, skirts, all that. Like, you know what I mean? Let artists express themselves as they want. I just don't have to like it. That's my thing. And I didn't like this. Nah, I thought it was stupid. And I think when we get into the music, I was validated in my thoughts going into this project.
I,
So yeah.
absolutely, and he also went on to then post pictures of all of his friends and with white versions of his friends, white images of his friends, of Future, of Lil Baby, and of everybody else. All right, so that's where we started. Okay, so
Yeah.
this gets me to the point where I'm already now not looking forward to the project because I think it's gonna be some goofy stuff. And track one starts off fire. It starts off fire. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
When I was riding to it at first, I was like, okay, this all right. All right, this kind of
Yeah.
hard. He
Mm-hmm.
then proceeds to drop the hard ERs at the very end of the song. No rhyme or reason. Just
None.
I'm just gonna drop the N word with the hard R's on it. That's just where I'm at. What did you think about that?
You know, I
It's
thought
your
it was
boy, by the way. You know, all these type of artists, this is your boy. You know what I mean?
this is not my boy. The white man on that cover is not my boy. All right. The white man that made this music is not my boy. I don't know what this was, bro. Like, like again, yo. It's clearly a desperation move for attention, bro. Like it's stupid. Like I'm calling my ops the hard ER. Like, what are we doing,
That's
bro?
exactly what he said. I'm calling my ops the hard ER.
Like, what are we doing? Like, and again, bro, like we know Young Thug's music enough to know I'm not expecting him to like blow me out of the water lyrically, but I'm not expecting him to say this. Like there was no rhyme or reason to do this, bro, other than shock value.
It was pure shock value, and to me, it wasn't even like. Yeah, it came off very corny and desperate.
It's
You know what I mean?
corny and it's not
Corny.
even funny.
And
Like,
I heard in the interview, and I think this is another discussion we got to have. In the interview that Young Thug did about this album, the same interview where he tried to explain this cover, I heard him refer to himself as a YN. Young Thug is like 35 years old. We
bro.
yo, I don't know what type of arrested development is going on, but bro, you are not young. Let me just you're not young enough to be behaving like this. Let's just put this out here. Like 35 is not old. I'm in my early 30s. I'm 31. 35 ain't old, but it ain't young enough for this foolery. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's not. We gotta stop this.
We
Bro,
gotta
you
stop this. Yeah.
gotta stop this. So all right, so let's start off. So we're starting off with a lot of negativity, and I have some more to add on. All right,
I'm
so
not done.
I will proceed with more negativity. The first half of this album is trash. I want to put it out there. In my opinion, the first half of this album is garbage. All right.
Oh, I couldn't
There's
agree
a couple
more.
songs that are okay in the first half. Like
Yeah.
on the News with Cardi B is cool. Um, the second half of Whoop De Doo is cool. The first half of it, I
Yeah,
think,
the
is
second half
trash.
is actually pretty good.
He should have just used the second half of Whoop De Doo. The first
I don't
half, I
know.
was just like, I
Yeah.
don't know what we're doing here. But when it switched, I was like, oh, this is hard. Like he should have
Yeah.
just used the second half, made
Mm.
that a full song. So the second half of Whoop De Doo, I thought was hard. Um, but yeah, the rest of the first half, I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't enjoy the first half. What about you? Did you enjoy anything on the first half of this?
I enjoy Yuck because I'm a Ken Carson guy. Like I rock with Ken Carson as like a hip hop rock star,
Okay.
kind of like, you know what I mean? So I rocked with Yuck. Catch Me Falling, I actually
I
liked.
wasn't that mad at Catch Me Falling.
Yeah, I actually liked it, bro. Because I felt like he was actually trying to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to give us something. Other than that, bro, nah, I think the first half is absolute buns. And actually, I'll tell you the most surprising part about this whole thing. What is T.I. talking about? Did anybody catch that, bro? This man was talking about what, a donkey for like the last 45 seconds of this record. I thought there was gonna be some payoff by the end of this. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? So nah, I will say though, like the first half is trash. The second half is better, although still trash.
The second
But
half
I
gives me something to hold. It got some. Now the lyrics are trash across the board. Let me
yeah,
just.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you're coming here looking for lyrics, you've come to the wrong place. So it's not.
Wrong
If you
place.
want lyricism and bars, you're not gonna find any of it on this project. So don't
Not
even.
here. Not
But
here.
there are some hard songs on here that are like Ride Around in the Car too,
Yeah.
harmonies, good production. There's a
Mhm.
couple of here that I agree. Pipe Down with Travis Scott to me was fire.
Fire.
Really like that song. What Up Jesus? Wyatt Lucci. I know that was a big deal.
Hmm.
I like that song. I don't think it was
Yeah.
amazing, but I like it. You know what I mean? And I know it was a big deal of them two collaborating after all of their
Yeah.
drama in the past. I thought What Up Jesus was cool, featuring
Mhm.
Wyatt Lucci. I also Walk Down with 21 Savage. I
I
wasn't mad.
like that a lot. Those are my two
Yeah,
favorite songs, Pipe Down, Walk Down.
yeah. I thought that was hard. And then I would say that Miss My Dog, we reviewed that on this show. I
Yeah.
like that one as well. I think that was,
Great fit for the album too.
yeah, and for the outro, it's a perfect outro as well. And then my favorite song on here actually is the joint he has with Mariah the Scientist.
Okay. All
That
right.
is probably one of my favorite one. The dreams rarely do come true. I thought it was a dope song.
Mhm.
But other than that, that's all I got that I like.
Yeah, man. And there's how many records? 21 records is an hour and 20 minutes. This is way too long. It's just way too long for what we getting. And I think Miss My Dogs I still like. I think like it would resonate more if he didn't lightly talk about the situation throughout the album, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I think Miss My Dog is such a like a stamp on the album
I think he should
in
have
the
probably
best way.
started. He probably should have started with that. Maybe.
It could have been the intro. It could have definitely been the intro.
I
But
mean, it
I
would have
think
been better than that intro he gave.
yeah, yeah, anything would. Uh Yeah, man. But otherwise, bro, like this album is, I think this is a shock value album. That's what I'm calling this. I'm packaging it as a shock value album for my sanity. One, two, it's just not really thought out or really curated well, in my opinion, either. I felt like this was a collection of songs that he rushed out rather than curate something properly, like let's say a Gunna maybe did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's is it unfair to compare the two? Slightly, but
No.
they were under the same label. They endured a similar situation. And I just felt like an artist is taking the craft more seriously. I want to see more from Thug at this point. I shouldn't be optimistic given what we just heard, but like I want to see more just to see like if he does take some form of a evolution. You know what
I agree. I agree. I would also say, man, you could skip this.
I mean?
Like, if listeners, like, if you haven't listened to this yet, like, you don't have to. And I think I'm perfect. Like, I don't feel like I missed. I feel like this is an hour and 14 minutes I'll never get back in my life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. I think you can skip this project and be okay.
Yeah.
There you
You
go.
could do that. I skipped a lot. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've skipped a lot of Thug projects. Like the what was the one of
I'm not.
him?
I'm not a Thug album person. You listen to you probably Young Thug more than I do. I'm a Young
Yeah,
Thug single type of person. Like, there's a handful of Young Thug songs I really like, but I
yeah,
don't listen to Young Thug albums.
bro. I could argue he got. Never mind. I was about to say something foolish. I was about to say he got like two classics. Actually, I could make the argument he got two classic albums.
Mm. I,
I don't
I,
think this is the time today, but you know what I mean? I'll listen to a Thug project if it is, in fact, executive produced well. I don't think that's the case here. So if you do skip it, skip this, skip Punk, his album Punk. You know what I mean? That I'll put them in that box. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm a singles guy. So yeah, Young Thug got a song right. Like, one of my favorite Young Thug songs is "Digits." I've been playing it a
It's
lot.
just
It's
hard,
just
bro.
a hard song. So like, Young Thug is on. I look at Young Thug the same way I look at Future, except
Hmm.
I think Future's better at it. But I think that they
Hmm.
both are like, they don't focus on lyrics. They
Hmm.
don't really have any substance. But they are great at melodies. They're great
Yeah.
at picking the right production. The way they float over beats is just like amazing. Like, if they had substance and good lyrics, they would be the best artists in the world.
Yeah, honestly, because they have that musicality. Like certain artists just know how to rap. Other
Yeah.
people just know how to make music. And Future
Yeah.
and Thug fit that box.
If they
Yeah.
knew how to really rap
Or care to try,
or
maybe.
attempted to try,
You know what I
you know
mean?
what I
Yeah.
mean? They would be problems. Like, I think they would be, yeah, they'd be looked at completely differently.
Yeah. But shoot, Thug's a YN, bro. Who knows? He could totally change up. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta stop it. And you know what? That's the one thing I will give the young generation. I am so happy that y'all call some of these older rappers out for acting young and at being
Yeah.
immature. That is one thing that the that Gen Z is doing that I really appreciate.
I really love seeing
I
that.
like when I hear y'all call out rappers who are acting too young for their age, because it needs to be said.
It
You know?
needs to be said. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And
we
because
get it,
because they
bro.
have models of rappers who have evolved to look at.
Right. Exactly.
The
You know what
past
I mean?
generation didn't really have, you know what I mean? They didn't see a way where you can keep making music and transcend some of the behavior.
Mhm.
These new artists, these artists in their generation, they've had examples.
Yeah, they've had
They
examples.
got the
They should
Jay
be the
Z, they got
examples.
Jay Z, they got
Yeah.
Ti, they got Jeezy, they got all these
Uh,
examples of people who've matured. So
even Gucci to an extent.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know why they choosing not to. And I get the whole idea that, yo, you got to be tapped in with the youth. You can do that as like a big bro. Thug is big bro age. I
I'm
forgot
big
what
bro.
dude broke it down. You big bro. You
Yeah,
not
he big bro,
YN.
man.
So
I mean, yeah, I'm big bro too. Like, we're big bro age. We are not
yeah,
young. Like, we are old enough to be fully responsible for our actions and behaviors. You know what I mean?
100%. And if you don't feel that way, you in the wrong world. Like at
Yeah.
this point, bro. So yeah,
Now,
nah.
I also have to say, man, did you see the video of Young Thug performing in front of the courthouse?
No. So I didn't see that. Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I watched some of it, man. So as you all know, I'm assuming that this is a part of his probationary requirements for
Oh
his
wow.
agreement that he has to give certain shows in the city of Atlanta. He ended up giving one right out, literally a free show outside of the courthouse in Atlanta.
Wow.
And it looked lit. It was packed. He
Mm.
came out the digits and people lost their minds. It was like, so imagine just walking down the street and you just see Young Thug performing just
Like that's
on the
wild.
steps of a courthouse. They said he just announced it online and went out there and did it. So it looked like a dope show.
That's dope. That's a statement. That's a statement right
Yeah.
there.
And like I said, I don't think he had a choice but to do this. But
Yeah.
um,
But to do this in a place where it's the longest, what is it? The longest running Georgia to whatever. I forgot. I forgot. But yeah, to do that there is a statement. It's interesting. If he was obligated to do it, do your thing. But if he chose to do it, I think that's a little different. I think that's kind of odd.
yeah,
But
the courthouse rapping at a courthouse is kind of crazy.
it's beyond crazy to me.
Yeah, yeah, like I like the idea of rapping for free in public, but
Yeah.
a courthouse with guards behind you is a.
It's kind of silly. But I'm assuming this
I
was
think it was a requirement. I'm
an
almost certain.
obligation that he had to fulfill.
Yeah.
Because we're good for a free show. Shoot, we about to see Clips perform at the Parkway, Benjamin Franklin Parkway down in Philly on Saturday. So I'm always
Yes,
down for a good
sir.
show. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Shout out, but yeah, man. I was gonna say shout out Thug, but this I don't know about man. This album is lit.
Yeah. I don't know if
Yeah.
this worth a shout
All right,
out.
we on see. Look, we on the same page with this one.
Yeah, nah. I mean, that didn't surprise me. There's just certain things that are universally bad and that people have to acknowledge, you know what I'm saying? And this is one of them. This is
No,
universally
100%.
bad.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is not this was not enjoyable. Hopefully his next one will be though.
Yeah.
Maybe
Hopefully.
he'll hear the critiques of this one and come back with something a little bit more yeah, more thought out, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What else? You got anything else to get through today?
Nah, man, I think that's it. I think we have hidden hits, nice nonsense.
Hidden hits, man. Let's do hidden hits. For those who do not know, hidden hits is our segment of the show where we tell you the songs that are not hit records, but we felt like should have been hit records because they were just that dope. So, um, let's do it, man. What you got?
Man, honestly, I was on this way where I was just listening to Rodeo by Travis Scott, 10 years old now. And I had my vinyl record. I was like, yo, like, let's throw it on there. So these are already pretty much hits, I ain't gonna lie. But I feel like the songs that are underappreciated is Apple Pie by Travis Scott. I think you need to revisit that. It's been 10 years.
Mm,
And I think this is still uh, I'm gonna put Astro World above Rodeo, but I still think this is some of his best work. The song
okay.
Apple Pie is basically like, have you heard it?
Apple
Heard Apple
pie?
Pie by Travis Scott?
I don't think so.
Bruh, tune in. I would tap into it.
Okay.
It's basically like a thing, the kind of song we've all had, the kind of idea that we all had, which is like, yo, I don't want you to give me a handout. I want to get successful or whatever in my own way. I want to
Mm.
craft up my own recipe in order to reach the goals that I have set in mind. I'm making it sound way more artistic than it is, probably
I
lyrically.
was gonna say, man, Travis Scott made a song that thought provoking. You just nah, not for real.
You got in,
You got one line where he say that.
you got to interpret it, you know what I'm saying, in the best way you can. A translator of, if you will. So
Okay.
yeah, so I think Apple Pie, bro, is hard, man. I think it's definitely one of his best records ever. But it also, like, in my life, has been resonant at least at that time in how I want to get to be successful in my own way. And also, I was listening to Alkaline by Coda the Friend, man. I don't know why what my algorithm is giving me more Coda.
Okay.
I'm here for it, man. I like this artist a lot.
Nice.
Out of Brooklyn, Coda the Friend. Record called Alkaline. I really rock with if you want a smooth late summer, early fall joint to add to the playlist. So those are my two hidden hits.
All right, nice, nice. So I got a couple, man. One is with a bunch that you wouldn't see coming, man. There's a joint called Forever Lasting. It's with Damani,
Mm-hmm.
T.I. son,
T.I. son. Oh
And
wow.
DC Young Fly,
Okay.
who's
All
singing
right.
on it, and it is amazing.
Wow. I feel like
Um,
Damani can actually rap, bro.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, dope track, man. I've been listening to it a lot lately, real hard, man. So that's one. I also For those who do not know, Asada Shakur recently passed
Yeah.
away in Cuba, freedom fighter. If
Mhm.
you have not read up about her, please do so. If you don't read, which is unfortunate, listen to A Song for Asada by Common, where he kind of breaks down her legacy a little bit.
Mm.
So I want to use that as one of the hidden hits. Also, is A Song for Asada, Common, CeeLo Green, classic off of For Water for Chocolate. So definitely recommend
Fire.
checking that record out. Um, Another one, man, a song called Speechless by Nas. It's actually on the Magic album.
Oh yeah, good
Or
project too.
yeah, really underrated project, man. I went back to it and was like, yo, I forgot how dope this project was.
Yeah.
Speechless by Nas is another one I want to add there as well. So that's those are my hidden hits.
Hmm. Absolutely. All right. Nice nonsense, man. What we got cooking, bro?
Everything on this Young Thug
I was
album.
about to say, bro.
Nah, on I would say on there I have I'm gonna throw Digits by Young Thug on
Yeah.
since I just referenced it earlier. That's on there for the nice nonsense that I've been listening to a lot lately. I'm gonna throw um even though this one ain't really that much nonsense, but I'm gonna throw it on there anyway. Having or not, Lil Russell and Lil Jon got a song together.
Okay. All right. That sounds like some quality nonsense
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
quality nonsense. It's good though. I
Yeah.
would throw that one on there as well. Um, and then I'm gonna do All There, Jeezy Bankroll Fresh. It's a classic.
Fire, man.
But that's one of those I'm gonna also throw on there. RP Bankroll, and then Bia and Key Glock got a song called Jade.
Woo.
Fire. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I can only imagine that collab is fire,
It's
bro.
hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And Bia it's a hard record on both
Be
ends.
a hard, bro. I don't. That's my whole thing, dog. We ain't even talk about Bia's place in the Cardi, JT, Nicki Minaj. Be like, Bia is hard, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
mean, but
So I've
whatever.
only heard a handful of her songs, and they've all been solid.
Yeah,
I I haven't heard like an album or anything to really judge it on. But the times I've heard her rap, she was rapping
mhm.
well. So.
Yeah. Nah, she could really rap. For my nice nonsense, man, I'm gonna throw it back. We talked a little bit about it with the Cardi album. I'm gonna go Check Please. Check Please is just so hard, bro.
Mm.
It's just so
Yeah.
hard. I'm gonna go Bodie James. Bodie James is like a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? He could really
Mhm.
rap, but a lot of stuff he rap about, he always raps about. So I'm gonna just throw it in here. It's called it's called Dime by with Haji Outlaw, man. Bodie James, a part of that
Okay.
Griselda, a branch off that tree. You know what I mean? Just got a dope voice, whole aesthetic, and just vibe to his music is fire. So I'm gonna throw it in for some nice nonsense. Dime by Bodie James.
Okay.
Yo.
All right. I got to take that one now. Dime.
Yeah, man. I think you'll like Bodie James if you
Yeah.
haven't heard him already. Yeah,
I've heard a song by him, but I haven't listened. I haven't dug into his catalog. I gotta check him out.
yeah. Think of not slower F it slower Larry June. Like he's more of like a more
A slow,
mellowed.
slow, slow. Oh, you talking slower intellectually? Or are you saying
No,
slower tempo?
more sluggish. I think that's the word. Like a more laid back Larry June who's
Okay.
already makes laid back music. Just more
Okay.
sluggish, more like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Not dumb. Not
I'm
dumb
like, dang,
is a
slow.
bad choice of words on my part. Yeah. But more sluggish, more laid back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's saying a lot because Larry June music is very laid back.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So Bodie James he's one of my favorites out of that whole camp, that Griselda camp. Yeah.
All right. All right.
But yeah, nice nonsense.
Nice nonsense, man. Some good records we left y'all with, man. Yo, this has been another episode of Rap and Reason podcast, man. For those who do not know, we have a book coming out, Raps of Resistance. It is on pre-order now. Everywhere where books are sold, Barnes& and Noble, Bloomsbury.com, Amazon. Make sure you place that pre-order. It drops May 14th. Next year. So please be on the lookout for that. Get that pre-order in, man. Go ahead. It's on sale now, I believe, on Bloomsbury. I think it's like $30. Go ahead and cop that, man. Dope book. You will not regret it. 8 chapters of fire. Speaking about conscious rap in a way you've never heard. So make sure y'all go ahead and get that for the culture. Make sure y'all follow us on social media on TikTok, Instagram, Rap and Reason. Make sure that y'all hit us with that 5-star if you listen via audio platforms.
Yes,
And
sir.
and then, man, subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Shout out to our new subscribers. We've seen some new subscribers come through. We really appreciate it, man. If you're not subscribed, make sure that y'all lock in with us, and we keep giving y'all more episodes.
100%, man. Until next time, bro.
Until next time, man. Episode 61. We out.